And just for a minute, wait for a while. I'm making you host back.
Okay. Hi, Pam. Good morning.
Morning, Donna. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
So you are host back. Can you please make me the co-host?
Sure can. There you go.
Thank you. Have a great session.
Thank you. Let's see. Put the the right windows up here. Uh, Let me give you the list of people for this class. There's quite a few signed up, but they're probably trying to figure out how to get in with that new lobby, you know. Pam, did you come in through that new lobby?
Yes, I did.
Yep. How did it work? Pretty smooth for you, or?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
I
good.
read the little information on it, popped up on the info guide, then back to
Yeah.
my screen and then launched my thing. Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Oh, okay. Good. Good to hear. I know they've been working on that this week.
I seen it as well. It must be for the 4th of July.
Uh,
Got a little party favor down there.
oh, do you?
I did. I don't now.
I know. 4th of July, you can actually go see people now.
Yeah, that's true.
It's nice.
Like you have been.
Yeah.
Get out and get to see people.
Hi, Mary Lewis. I love that picture.
It's pretty.
Oh, yeah. That was off North Carolina, isn't it, Mary? If I remember right from last night.
It's Jacksonville Beach. It's actually a person taking a picture of me taking a picture of the sunrise.
That's funny. It's a gorgeous sunrise. Oh my God. Hey, Laura.
Sorry, I'm a little late today,
That's okay.
but looking forward to your class as usual.
Oh, thank you. I haven't done this one in a long time. I was just thinking, when's the last time I've done this? It's been a while, but you can still visit, these museums virtually. They have some. During the pandemic, a lot of them just had to step up their game, and it caused them to redo their websites, which I think is good.
Yes, and us older folks like to say, John, why do you want to go see the museum? Remember, we saw it on Zoom.
Yeah, that's right. We were already there.
Yeah. What more do you want?
Hi, Shasila. Good to see you. Welcome. All right. Well, we should get started here, and hopefully there'll be other people wandering in here. I want to welcome everyone to Get Set Up. We're seniors teaching seniors about technology and other programs. Today's class, we're going to just talk about virtual museums. What's that all about? And the type of tours that you can enjoy online. My name is Donna. I'm your guide for today. I was in IT for over 30 years. I enjoy helping people get over their fears of technology. This session is being recorded. If you wish to get a copy of the recording, you can do so by emailing help@getsetup.io. And if you're on live stream, hello, come on in and register so we can get to know you. Get Set Up is not paid to promote anything I'm talking about tonight, or I should say this morning. This is just for our own fun and training. So today's the object of today is just to talk about the museum offerings that they have that are virtual tours, how to find these and navigate them, and some of the perks and the limitations. Does anybody have a favorite museum that they like, that they've been to before, or any particular one, or you just like them all?
Like them all.
You don't want to pick any favorites. It's hard to say it's an awful museum, right? Especially when you go to Europe.
Right.
I think South Carolina has a Van Gogh where you're like, it's an immersive experience.
Oh, did you go to it?
I have not gone personally. No, I have not. But it looks interesting.
Yeah, I have. I know Fred, one of our community people. He's supposed to be going to it. So maybe he can tell us about it. It sounds like you go into a room and all the walls have Van Gogh on them, the different paintings. So it's like you're surrounded by Van Gogh. It's not his paintings. I don't think they're going to have any of his paintings there, but I think they might. I don't know. But I think it's just like this immersive thing that you go there, you sit there and you can just stare and meditate or whatever.
Are they virtual paintings? I mean, are they real paintings or just?
I think it's all just on a screen or some type of something on the walls. Yeah.
Okay.
From what I've seen from the pictures that they've shown people, they're like sitting in this big room. Some people are sitting on benches or on the ground, and they're just looking at and it goes all the way around the room. Now there is another one I don't know if anyone has seen this. I know it's coming to San Francisco. I think the tickets are going on sale next week. They have the Sistine Chapel exhibit. I think it's in Illinois right now. And they have the reproductions of, like the Sistine Chapel ceiling. Right. They'll show the tiles though. You'll get to see them up close. So that it's all the famous different works that they, in the chapel. So I thought that would be interesting to go to, because they say it's very, you get to really see up close the stuff that, when you go to the Sistine Chapel, it's way up on the ceiling. So that's coming around. So I just saw that it's hitting San Francisco. So when we talk about these virtual tours, it really depends on what the museum does. Everyone does different things. They could just be a collection of videos, maybe some images that they walk you through, or they can be 3D walkthrough effects that you experience. So let's take a look at some of these. First one, I always want to say, don't forget YouTube, good old YouTube. If there's a particular museum, or if you just want to go on to YouTube and type in museums or something like that, and you will see all the content that people have put up from all the different museums from all over the world. As an example here, this is someone who recorded themselves on the way to the Mona Lisa. Yep. This is at the Louvre. So you could find videos potentially of people walking through, different types of museums. I'm just gonna get them up to the top of the stairs here. So this is walking towards the Mona Lisa. Has anyone ever been to the Louvre?
I have. Did see the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. And what did you think about it when you saw it?
I was shocked that it was so small.
Everyone says that. And they should put a disclaimer. Warning, this thing is small.
This is what they've been talking about all this time. And actually, it's funny. I went with a friend who's actually a New Yorker, and we happened to be there together.
Oh God, here we go.
And I,
did you get all New Yorker on them?
An hour into the Louvre, he said, "Aren't you ready to go yet?" I said, "Are you kidding me? This is like a 2 or 3 hour thing."
Oh, Oh, your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, your friend thought, oh, we're just going to pop in for an hour.
Yeah. He's been there many, to France.
Yeah, we're
But
just
it's, so it was not a big deal. It wasn't high on his list to do.
That's funny. I know I have some friends that it never dawns on them that there are museums in all the places that they go. It's like, and if you're with them, you're like, let's go to the museum. They're like, why? I go, because it's like a real famous museum in this area. Here we are. This is it.
First time I visited New York with a friend. That was there. We were there for 4 days. That's all she talked about. We got to go to the Guggenheim. Okay,
right.
Okay, there we go. It's
there she is. But yeah, there's true that on the left side, there's that massive painting. So, because someone was mentioning how they were completely distracted by this massive painting that was on the left side. But yeah, this is the Mona Lisa.
I was there a long time ago when you could get up close to it.
Yeah, I know now it's, oh, I think they used to almost touch it, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Now you're like about 8 feet away.
Yeah, they don't want you that close. Yeah, so it's funny. So that's at the Louvre. Now, they have the Louvre, they actually did a lot with their website this year. They had a really pathetic website. They haven't really amped up too much on the virtual part, but the website itself is great, and they put their entire collection online. Wow. It's not online virtually, but when you come to their website, you can explore around and see what they have here. They'll show you highlights of the exhibits that they have coming up. But if you look, and the gardens, look at this, it's beautiful. You have the gardens here. And then they have a Louvre at home. They have some little things that you can watch concerts. Like, for instance, the music. Look at that. You can come in here and listen to the concerts. They have them all here on YouTube. So you can listen to what happened there, which is nice. Here's the virtual tours that they have for the galleries. They have a little Mona Lisa Beyond the Glass. We'll come up to the virtual part, but what I want to show you is where the collections are. You go all the way down the page. They have some more videos here you can watch. This is why when you're thinking of a particular museum, it's good to go to the website, see what they have, because they can surprise you with what the type of content they'll put up. Look at the Louvre and graphic novels. Oh, see, little things like this can be fun to check out. Here's some of their Instagram posts. But down here on the bottom, you'll see collection. If you click on collection, now you can search the whole collection here, their database. So you can select what are you interested in. They have some themes down here, masterpieces, acquisitions that they made in 2020. So you can narrow it down, or let's say you just want to look at all the paintings. So I'm going to click on paintings. And here they all are. They've got 10,122 paintings.
Wow.
So I guess they were a little bored during the pandemic, and they just they decided, well, now's a good time to take a picture of everything and stick it in the on the website. So you can come on the left side here and narrow it down. You could buy the artist, by the region that it came from. Like if you only want Italian paintings, that will narrow it down to 1,472 Italian paintings. So you can come in here and check out. Let me put this in English. So now it should be in English. There you go. It has a little little thing that popped down on the right side. That's the thing with when you're going to different countries, you look for little tabs where you can switch the language to English if it's in a different language. So you can come in here. If I let me just click on one of these paintings, it should give you a larger view of it. Yeah, you can look at it up close. Oh, this is looks like a pretty old painting. It'll give you all the information about the work of art here, the description. This is from, let's say here, this one's 1807. A little bit of a history. It was commissioned by the emperor. And it tells you where it's located in the Louvre. So if you're looking for a certain painting, say you're planning a trip, this would be a great resource. If there's something you really, really, really want to see, you'll be able to plot out because how many buildings is it, Laura? 6 maybe, or do you remember?
No,
I think there's a map. It's several buildings, and they're large buildings.
I know it takes longer than an hour though.
Oh yeah, you can't go through it in an hour. It's large. It's many buildings. So you're going to have to, if you really, really have your heart set on seeing certain works of art, it's great that they finally put this on the web, because now you can, figure out where it is so you can map out your visit. All right, let's go up to the, back up here just to show you real quick the virtual experience. And a lot of museums now have this. Before the pandemic, you didn't see many virtual anything, but they all put up something. So if I click on here, I can visit the museum rooms and galleries. So this brings you to the Louvre at home. So these are the different, there's only a few of them here. And then they have the podcast, Louvre Kids, the events in the auditorium, but these are in French though, so just be aware of that. So if let's just take a look at one of these. This is the Advent of the Artist. So we can launch this tour. Let's see if it launches. There we go. So what you can do here is with your mouse, you can, for instance, I'm just taking my mouse and I'm just pulling the screen to the left. I can take a look. I like to look up at the ceilings too. This is a pretty modern section. Some of the older museums, look up at the ceilings, because boy, there's some of these, museums are the roof, the ceiling is the beautiful part. Now there's a little arrow at the top over here that's telling you to come in. So I'm going to click onto the arrow. It brings me into another section here. I can take a look around. But there's another arrow. Again, they're telling me to come in to this door. So I'm going to click on it. And that should bring me into the gallery. Now I'm in the gallery. Again, with my mouse, I can drag and take a look around. You'll see these little question marks. Question marks will show you what the name of the painting, little magnifying glasses to zoom in to take a look. At this point, you can just go and those are the stairs we came up on. So to move forward, we're just going to click on the little arrow to move into the next section. And like if I want to see what this painting is here, this is a Rembrandt. And if I want to see it up close, that's what it looks like. I think I can zoom in even more. You can really get in there. So this is the Louvre, what they have. I didn't see they used to have the moat. Looks like they got rid of the moat. They used to have a section where you could go to the basement and see their moat. Because it was a palace at one time with a moat. We have a class next Wednesday on the Louvre, so we'll be talking more about it. So this is what they have. So yeah, that's a great website. I think they've done a good job on it. There's a lot of things to check out. The music would probably be interesting too to see what they have going there. So another example that I like to show is the Hermitage. Second largest museum in the world. This is in St. Petersburg, Russia. Has anyone been here?
No.
Again, like the This is also about 6 or 7 buildings. You can come in here, you can explore and see all the different information they have here, but they do have a virtual visit section. So I'm going to click on this. And you've got here's the different sections: the main complex, the general staff building, the Winter Palace of Peter the Great. That's all here. The Menishkov Palace, the Hermitage Theater, Museum of the Imperial Porcelain Factory. And then they have a restoration, and I've never actually looked over there, the Restoration and Storage Center, Diamond Room, the Gold Room, and then they show you the different types of exhibits that they have here. So there's a lot of information here to go take a look at.
Donna,
Mhm.
do you know if this is all the original art that was in the palace, or is it a museum that's purchasing and
Oh, the Winter Palace. Let's see. This one has 15 panoramas. Let's see what this looks like. Here we go. This is the palace.
well,
So they have a courtyard coming in. They've got the cellar, the office study, the entrance hall. Like, let's look at the dining room. I'll show you what the dining room looks like. Look at this. This is the dining room. The palace is not that big of a building. It's very old. But you can come in here. And the nice thing that the Hermitage does too is they have all these little information bubbles. And you can click on them and you can get information about the artwork that's hanging there. So that's the dining room. You can, to go ahead to the next room, they have these little, I don't know what they are, little orbs that you click on to move to the next room. So here you can see the little fireplace they have here, the stoker's room. This is where they would stoke the fire. This is it's a pretty old house. I mean, it's a palace, but all right. And you go on to the next room here. This is the entrance hall. Let's see what the ceilings look like here. They won't let me. Can't see the ceiling. This is the office study. Look at the tile. Now to zoom in, I just have to use my the ball on my mouse. Look at that tile. This has got a naval theme over here on the right, and over here some other type of theme. Yeah, so this is the little office. Oh boy, they got a stuffed dog. Is that his dog? And all these little eyes, you can click on them to see what they're showing you. So here's some of his implements. This one on the desk. That looks like that's probably, what is that? Stone? No. Yes, you can walk through. So that's an example of going into the palace and just wandering from room to room. If I go to the main museum complex, now this is the main museum part. And they really did find the most OCD person they had working for them to do this website. They really did. Here's the different floors. You've got, this is floor 1. You can select floor 2, floor 3. There's another menu here at the top where I can click here and see all the tours again. So you don't have to go back to that other screen. You can switch back and forth. So they also list what's here. So if something catches your eye, Look at that. We have the diamond room. Let's go into the diamond room. So it brings you into the room here. And you can, let's see, what's the statue right here? This is France, late 12th century. Take a look around the room. Go out to the, there we go. So we're in this room here. You can take a look at some of these swords. Early 19th century. I can scroll in with my mouse if I really want to get in here and take a look like at this textile here. Look at that.
Oh.
Now, there's a little, you see how sparkly this is? This must be the diamonds. All diamonds inside that fabric. This is horse. Oh, this is for the horse. 19th century. So you can click and take a look at, zoom in on the objects that you'd like to see. Just by moving around the room. See what's in this box here. The zoom is pretty good. You can zoom in and take a look at these individual items. This one's got a little information button here on the right. Oh, wow. This is the cover of a snuff box. Isn't that the tobacco? Is that what the, yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah, so this is a great one to, great museum to wander around in. The amount of stuff they put up, and it's really beautiful too. Like, let's go to one of the halls. I think maybe. It's one of the halls. Oh yeah, oh, look at this. Look at the ceilings here. It's really gorgeous. Again, click on any of the, when you see a little eye bubble, you can click on it to see what it is. You can come in here. They got a lot of stuff down here. This is a big room here. The windows out there. Come in and take a look at some of this. Oh. That was nothing there. See a little urn. This gives you a lot of description here of this item. Yeah, so there's a lot to look at on at the Hermitage to explore. And I'll give you the links at the end in an email. But yeah, they did a lot of work on this. I would say as far as the virtual experience, this one's probably one of the best out of the main museums. Just for the detail they put in on labeling a lot of the items. That's the one downside with virtual tours. Sometimes you don't know what you're looking at. Unless you have, you can have some way to look it up on the internet, or if you have a map of the, or some type of program from the museum, it's hard to tell sometimes where you are or what you're looking at. The Vatican. Vatican has a nice assortment. They have the Raphael rooms, the Sistine Chapel, New Wing. You can scroll down to the right here. There's several different museums that you can go into from the Vatican. Has anyone been to the Vatican?
I have.
Yeah.
And in fact, had a sort of semi-private showing of about 10 people of the Sistine Chapel. That was,
Wow. Was that a
awesome.
nighttime tour or?
yes, it was. I have no idea how that was arranged, but it was amazing.
Well, someone else was telling me that they started doing the nighttime tours, and it was nice because there was hardly anyone there.
Mhm.
But now all the tour companies are now booking people, and I guess they're saying that it's just almost as busy as during the day,
Well, this
which
was
is
a
too
long
bad.
time ago, like 20 years ago. So,
So you got the nice quiet tour.
yes.
So you could come in on any of these. If I go under, like, for instance, the museums, I'm on the bottom here on the left. I'm just going to click on the museum button. You can see the different museums. And some of these will have little videos to watch. Like, for instance, if we go to the Sistine Chapel, you'll see a video button here to play. So you could watch the video.
There's just,
They'll show you different parts of it. Like the main, any gallery you're in, whatever main painting is in there, you'll get some information. Like, here's the Last Judgment. I'm going to click on Last Judgment button. Last Judgment is the wall that's supposed to be the altar wall, I guess it is. So you can come in here and get information all about the story behind the area. And then you have a virtual tour. So all those museums on that list, you can go and click, and most of them do have a video, so you can watch a little video about that area. And then if they have specific, like, for instance, when you go to the Raphael rooms, there's 4 of them. So there'll be 4 selections on the menu. If I click on virtual tour here for the Sistine Chapel, that will bring me right in. Oh, we're lucky today. No one's in there.
yeah.
So, yeah, like that'll ever happen. The cleaning crew, that's who sees it empty. This is when you go on a tour at the Vatican, this is the last stop. And depending on how crowded it is, sometimes they're like, get out.
Mhm.
They want you
Yeah.
lounging around. So this is of course, the famous ceiling Michelangelo did.
Do you know how many years it took him to complete that?
It was 4 years.
Wow. It looks like 100.
Yeah. And hanging, he complained a lot about his back and everything hurting. And yeah, it was
Wow.
completed 1508 to 1512. What had happened, the original roof, or the ceiling, I should say, was just this stars, kind of a nighttime star theme. And it had developed a huge crack. And they had to fix the crack. And now that fresco was ruined, because now you have this night scene with this ugly slash in the middle. So then they called him in to do the ceiling. They called these guys in like this was, you're calling in a contractor. Say,
Yeah.
come on in. This is what you're going to do. That's exactly what, I hate to say it, but that's pretty much what they were like in those days. And I'm sure the Pope just told them, I want the story of creation up there. This is what I want. And that's what he put up. Other artists painted the walls. And Michelangelo did this Last Judgment here on the end. He got called back 25 years later. He was a much older man at this point. And he came back to do this. He probably was happy it wasn't being suspended from the ceiling again. But yeah, he did this one, and this took a while too for him to complete. But he was a much older, and when he died, there was a little bit of a conservative period that the church hit, and they put robes on all the naked figures because they felt like it was too much nudity. And then later on, they took off. They restored it back to the way it was.
Did they actually paint the clothes on, or are you saying drape the figures somehow?
I think they probably painted it because this is fresco. So the fresco is embedded right into the plaster. So there's the only way to take it out, it would be to chisel it out. So they must have done something to do some kind of a drape over it, and that was probably easy for them to take it off.
So do you know the process? Did he mix plaster in with the paint?
With the wet, yeah, the wet
With the wet
plaster, yeah,
Wet plaster?
yeah.
Wow.
And it dries, and then it's in. That's why when they go to clean these, they can do all types of things to these frescoes because they're pretty resilient because the paint is in the plaster.
Right. I didn't know
So
that.
that's why they can go and clean these up and they're good to go. All right, so that's the Vatican. It's a great little website to tool around on. Another website to talk about
The Louvre.
is there's the Louvre. Google Arts and Culture is an app. You can get it on your phone. You can get it on your iPad. You can go to the website like I'm at right now. And just to show you what it looks like, this is the great rabbit hole.
Wow.
These tiles when you first come in. So who built the Eiffel Tower? Have a seat with Degas. Stand at the top of the Grand Canyon. Inside the ancient kingdom of Korea. And Lee Krasner in her own words. So different things they feature, like right here now, probably you're going, oh, I'd like to read about that. Oh, here we go. So this is the beginning of the rabbit hole. And it gets worse. Now they have, which museum do you want to explore? So now they have some museums up here that you can go check out right away. And you're like, oh, so you can check them out. They have here we go. This is great. They have a thing on Juneteenth. So you can go and learn all about that. That's today. Today's Juneteenth. They'll have these little interactive things. Can you complete this picture crossword?
And this is Google what?
This is Google Arts and Culture.
Arts and Culture. Wow.
Yep. And if like right now I'm in Google Chrome. If I click on upper right hand corner of the screen, the little where the apps button is, the waffle.
Oh, I see Arts and Culture there.
You can see it. Oh, did it already show up? I have to scroll down a little bit. Where's my collections? Travel. Ooh, usually it's in here. Oh, they moved it. I don't see it. Usually it's in this section here. You might want to check on your PC. But yeah, it's Google Arts and Culture. I'll give you the link to this.
Good.
Play a Kandinsky painting. Here are the colors in the artwork with machine learning. Interesting. So they'll do some things with music and art together. Find your art selfie. This is, what is this? I guess I have to click to see what they're doing. Oh, this has to do with landscape. Not too sure what this is here, but transform your photos with art transfer. They'll have little things to do with your phone. Whoever does this website, they'll have little apps and little things that you can play with art on your phone. So you'll see these type of things. You can pick your favorite color. Let's say I like this green, and I should get paintings that have this color in them. So if you're feeling in the mood for a certain color, you can they'll pull up, just keeps going and going. So you can play with that. And then they'll do this on this day in 1783, Thomas Sully was born. So you can hear all about him. Then they have little puzzles and things that you can do, games, dealing with art. And then they have what are you looking for? Museums, games, artworks. You can discover 100,000 artworks, or places. You can go to 10,000 places. Museums, you can go inside 2,000 museums. Here's a little from art to food. Here's celebrate 5 festivals around the world. Here we go. So you can check that out. Yeah, we're not even halfway down the page. You can explore street views. Palace of Versailles, sorry. The African Artists Foundation. So you can go through these into this temple here. Italy, Japan. Go to a street view and see what they have here. That looks interesting. Whatever, that looks like some ancient city here. Then they'll have just, popular artwork to go take a look at. And it just keeps going. That's why I call it the Great Rabbit Hole, because you'll never get off this page. At a certain point, you just have to, pull yourself off this thing. Here's discover artists from around the world. So it's, hundreds of hairstyles. This is from Nigeria. Oh, that's beautiful. And then they have explore museums in London. Art in 3 dimensions. It just keeps going. So yeah. I wish you luck in just getting off this first page.
It looks like it takes longer than an hour.
We really, seriously, I'm only looking on the right side of my page. I'm only halfway through this page. They will keep you entertained, and they refresh it all the time. This is totally different than the last time I saw it, this page.
Wow.
They keep, I don't know I don't know if they refresh it weekly or how it works, but it seems like it's pretty frequent. And so it's a great way to learn about new artists, because they, they'll show things and you'll be like, who's that? Or what's this thing here? Like this Italy thing, like if I was to click on this, let's show you what it looks like. Oh my God, look at this.
Wow.
Now this is virtual. I can scroll around. Look at that. You can take a
Now,
complete
is that
look
like
around.
a virtual visit to a place?
Yeah, this is a virtual visit to the place. Look at, they're giving a 360 view. Look at this area. My Lord.
Yeah, it's different. Holy moly. That'd be a long walk up there. Holy moly.
So let's see if we can move.
Yeah,
Sometimes, oh no, you can move. Sometimes you're stuck. Sometimes you go into these 360 and you just kind of go look all around your head. But this one, it seems like,
Go up to
there
the
it
castle.
goes. Looks like I might be able to get up here. You have to kind of click. Let's see.
So
I'm
suppose I
looking for
want
the
to see some.
Yeah, look
I
at,
want to
yeah,
see
it's
something-
it's,
I'm sorry,
it's-
go ahead.
go ahead.
Suppose I want to see something like the Great Wall of China in a
Mhm.
360 tour. How do I get there?
Yeah, you could definitely see that. You might even be able to find it here. Like if I go Great
Oh,
Wall of
search.
China, it's probably here. Great Wall of China right here. There's a little search button. Here's the Great Wall. And they'll give you information. They should just have you go right to it. Oh, they'll have a lot of information here about it.
No.
Oh,
I think the way you would have to really get to it is probably when they have, where's the section on the, oh, right here. Places, under explore.
Yeah.
Now you can go and see all the different places. There's 10,000 places. I would imagine it's here.
that looks
I would
like
think it
fun.
would be. Yeah, so you can go and just click and see the different places. Here's Yellowstone. It's like one of those big. Has
Ooh,
anyone ever been to Yellowstone?
I
Yeah.
have.
I have.
No.
Everything's just exploding over there.
Years ago, when you actually used to be able to walk around them. And then more recently, it was probably 20 years ago, and they were all, you had walkways.
Paths. Yeah.
Paths
Well,
and-
probably a few people probably disappeared.
Yeah. No, and my brother.
They fell through
actually-
probably.
Yeah, my brother actually boiled an egg in one of the hot pots.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to do it, but we did it.
I think what happened is enough people like
Broke
fell
through.
through
Right.
places, and then they finally said, "Yeah, you guys need to stay on the path because it's
Yeah.
it's dangerous." It is because you're walking in a volcano, so parts of the Earth could give away at any time. So here where they have the 2000 museums, I'm going to click on this just so you can see this part. But yeah, this is a great app. Oh my God, as you can see, this is just like
Oh, that's good to know.
they're going to be calling a search crew out to find you.
No.
You're going to be lost in there. So here under collections, remember 2000 museums. Google drove when I don't know, they must have had a little golf cart or something, and they drove through all the museums. So you've got you can scroll through if you want and just see what hits you here. Or there's San Francisco MoMA. They just redid that again. They just did. You can go under collections A through Z if there's a particular letter that you're going to go under and look for something. Oh, look at those it's cute.
Hedgehogs.
Hedgehog. Yeah, I was just thinking, what are those? Those are hedgehogs. Oh, very cute. They're cute.
Yeah, they're
And then you go by the map. I click on map. Well, now I can see where they've been, and I can maybe there's an area I want to look at. You want to look at something more remote. Look at New Zealand. They got 3 museums they did down there. So this is a fun way to just look and see what's there. I'm kind of curious about the MoMA. Let's see what's going on over here. Now, any of these museums, when you click on them, you should get a little description of the museum where you can read about it.
Disco.
They'll show you what's in the collection. So, and they'll break it down by sometimes the style, like if it's Renaissance painting, there'll be a Renaissance section. Here they've got canvas, oil, photograph, digital art.
oil paint. Yep.
Yep, oil paint. They'll give you an idea of what's in here. This is a modern art museum. And they don't have a little bubble to get in. So we'll get out of here and find another one. Let's go to the here's the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston. Let's see if they have a virtual tour.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty right there. That Latin experience. It's colorful.
Yeah.
Again, you can see metal, rock, paper, clay, ceramic. You can go through and see what type of collections they have. You get a little sampling. Up here, this is what I'm looking for. Then you get the virtual part. I don't know why MoMA, San Francisco MoMA, hasn't had Google go through. I mean, Google is here. So here you have different sections of has anyone been to the Houston
No.
one? So I can come in here. This is the first floor. This is the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston. So if I click on the little yellow person, I should be brought into some type of a experience, a virtual one, hopefully. That's not looking promising. Uh-oh. Oh, is it taking a second here? Let's try. There. Oh, there we go. Sometimes with me being through Zoom and everything, sometimes it gets hard to. Oh, we still have that Italy thing sitting here.
Yeah.
You see it? It's still there.
There you go.
There we go. This one's let me in. All right, so you can come in here and you can take a look around. Now, you're not going to see the little information bubbles.
Okay.
Because this is Google. You see that little white arrow? Just like when you're walking down the street in Google Maps, you can do this here. So I can move into the room look around with my mouse, take a look at what's in the room.
Yep.
Oh wow, look at that chest.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's pretty.
Very pretty.
Beautiful.
That bed's
And one little trick I have too, if you're in a museum and you have a piece of work that you really want to know who did it, you can, here's the museum, Frida Kahlo's museum in Mexico. You could take a picture of the painting with your phone and use an app like Google Lens, Picture This. There's some other types that will identify. If it's a famous enough painting,
Wow.
they will identify it. Now, this is her studio museum. So I'm going to click on this. And if you see these tiles on the bottom of the screen, they will label what you see. Like, for instance, if I click on the first one here, I think that little tour to Italy messed up my my Google Maps. Yeah. Well, you get the idea that you can go and you can explore around
Oh, okay.
in different museums. All right. Another museum too, the Uffizi, which is in Florence. They have a nice website here too.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Someone's been there? Yeah.
I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah, they have beautiful gardens and everything here. So you can go in here and take a look at their website. And then they have, let's see, where was it? I think it's the digital archives. They have archived their artwork, just like the Louvre, which is new too for them. So you can come in here and take a look at it. And this. Oh, here we go. So they have a digital. This is a new area here, but looks like they are doing like the Louvre, but they're putting some of their stuff on. But this is a good website. Let me see. I'm trying to find their virtual thing. Oh, the Hypervisions. There we go. Go under Hypervisions. They have little collections that you can take a look at. They have some beautiful gardens here. If I click on this 360, I should be able to see the gardens outside. You can come in here and you can kind of see the area. So I can come into this. This is like underneath.
Yeah.
This is very interesting.
Wow.
Look at the carving
Yeah.
in the wall here.
That's cool.
This is something you walk into from the gardens.
Wow.
So that was, what was that? Yeah, that's this thing. That's interesting in there. The carvings
Really?
there. And then you can go out of that. And they'll just have some more information. Different things you can check out right here. You can go, when you see that 360, that tells you it's a virtual thing.
Oh, okay.
The Hall of Dynasties. This is the galleries of 16th century Venetian paintings. So if I click on this, I should be brought inside again. They're going to do their little virtual and get a feel. You can see kind of what area it is. So you can come in here. These little dots on the floor, you can click on them to line yourself up next to the paintings. So you can be right in front, and then I just have to scroll a little bit. These have the little green dots, so you can see what the painting is, which is nice. I can scroll in and get a nice, closer to them. So they have a nice little thing to go and explore.
Donna, I would imagine that when you go into some of these places now, they always have the information on a pad, but you could probably get the information from your cell phone.
Yeah.
And actually have it in your language.
Some of them have the maps. Let me see if they have a map. Let me look at there. Because I have seen some of them. Maybe I have to go down to the bottom of the page. And website map. That's for the website. But yeah, I think it's if you know you're gonna go visit one of these museums, definitely go to their website, see what they have, because they could have some type of a thing on your phone that you could follow along with when you're in the museum. You never know what they have there. You might have to search around a little bit to see what's in these. All right. Anyone have any questions or anything? Kind of at the end of our time here.
Not very.
Hope you found this interesting.
I did.
As usual.
It was lovely, but where can I go to get like a biography of some of these famous artists like Frida Kahlo or
well, you can just start in Google. Just type in their names and you'll find a Wikipedia page on all the artists will have a Wikipedia page, and from there the Wikipedia page will lead you to all different places that you can learn more about them. But even just doing a search of their name, you're going to get a lot of information coming up. Not just the Wikipedia will be there, but then there's going to be other links. Like for instance, if I go to like, let's say you want to know more about, let's say Monet. Oops, I'm going to spell it right. Here we go. We've got Monet. You're going to have the Wikipedia page, but there's going to be all kinds of information. Here, Google Arts and Culture from the app. You're going to get the link there. Here's a whole thing. Britannica has a whole article about him here. National Museum of Art, 185 works. So here you can see all types of information as you go page after page. You're going to find, look at, they have some of the, what is this? Oh, brother. Yeah. A lot of information that you'll find just by Google the name, and you should find plenty of stuff.
Okay.
So a lot of things to explore. And don't forget YouTube. Take a look and see. You might see some great little tours. There might be an actual tour that someone filmed. Some people do that and they put it up on YouTube. So you never know what you're going to find there. That's a good way to see inside the museum. So other classes, we do have the famous Art of the Vatican. You'll see that wandering around. We're going to have the History of the Louvre next Wednesday is going to be coming around. Also, the Women of Art History next Tuesday night. You'll be seeing that. And you'll get an email with the links of the places that we talked about today, so you can enjoy them later on. Okay. And you can leave your feedback. If you ever see the invite a friend button, go ahead and click on it to invite a friend, either through desktop or mobile. You can invite them through email or through social media like Facebook. help@getsetup.io is great for getting support. If you're interested in hosting a support group or something like that, an interest group, let us know. We'll get you set up on that. You can always suggest new class ideas. If you think of something that we don't have on the site, let us know. You can always share an organization with us that you think might be a great partner. We'll reach out to them and see if they're interested. And you can always get the session recordings by going to help@getsetup.io. All
What's your
right,
Great
everyone.
Arctic Adventure. What is that about?
Oh, that shows up every now and then. It's a trip I took to the Arctic Circle in
Oh.
Northwest Territories in Canada. And we actually went all the way up to Inuvik, which is 80 miles south of the Arctic Ocean.
Oh.
Wow.
when's
So it's
that?
about a trip. It follows the gold rush that was
okay.
up there. Yeah, if you ever see it, take it. It's kind of fun. Little.
When's the
you.
next
I'll
class?
tell him to put it back on the list again.
I'd like to see that. That'd be
All
interesting.
right.
That'd be nice. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you.
Donna.
Take care.
Have
Bye
a
bye.
great day, everyone.